conquerors.
Or something.
Or something.
Whatever we figured out. Anyhow, today we are making Moravian stars.
Uh-huh. I'm going to be learning.
So yeah, she's never made, so...
Yep, never made. Pretty much this is what they look like.
Alright, so that's what we're making today.
Pretty much.
Alright, so what you're going to need are strips of paper. Scoot those. So these are 1 inch and these are 3/4 inch. So her star is going to turn out just a scotch smaller than my star. My star is going to be about this big. Hers is going to be this big. And we have the spin cycle going on right now on our washer, so it might be a little hard to hear us. Alright, so we're going to need 4 of these bad boys.
Yep, I already got my 4.
So I'm working on getting the rest of my 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So what you want to do, and I'm teaching Adia how to do this because she's never done this before.
Never.
So what you need to do is lay your strips. I like to lay them together so that you can fold them all at once and then you can kind of ensure that they're all kind of about the same. So I tap the ends on both ends so that you know that they're even. That. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So I'm going to guess that they're pretty even. I don't see any poking out at the end there. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to bend it on itself, and I'm going to give myself just a little bit of room. Just a little bit of room. So about that much, Adia.
Okay.
A little bit of room. Oh, no, yours is becoming uneven. There you go. And then you want to slide it.
Crease.
And push it. Now mine just became all kind of discombobulated because I moved mine on the table. But you get it. So you kind of want your bends to be about even with all the slices. I'm going to make all my slices nice and pretty again. Poke, poke, poke. Bend right about here ish, and bend. Okay, so now we have a long end and a short end on all these bad boys. See? A long end and a short end.
Long end, short end.
Alright, so I'm going to take the first one. Make sure if you're doing all the long ends on the top, keep them on the top. If you're doing all the long ends on the bottom, keep them on the bottom. So my long end happens to be on the bottom right now. So,
Me too.
So I'm going to leave them on the bottom,
Yep.
and we're going to weave these guys together. So take the bent end and put it inside of the bent end. So like that. Let me see.
Like this.
Alright, but you just put your long end on top. Look at that, see?
Oh.
So remember, so if you're having all your long ends on top, so this just helps you with the length of your strips to help you work with it. It's not, you don't have to. You can bend it right in the middle if you want to, but it does help. So now that you have this going on, I'm going to take this guy and slide him into here. And that is how we begin our weave. And then I'm going to put the other guy around this guy and through this guy. So did you see that? So you put that guy, yeah, you put that guy through there.
Like this.
Now you're going to notice that there's like a loopy end and an open end. Here's your open end and here's your loopy end. So you want the loopy to hold your legs together. Here are your legs. You're gonna put, and again, you want all the long ones to be on one side if you plan on doing that. It's not a requirement, but it does help you as you're making it to try to keep uniformity going. You'll see in just a little bit. Take my long leg and my short leg, and I'm going to stick them in there. Pull them all together. So eventually, they all, when I tighten them up, all come together like Have we lost you yet? We might have lost you already. You just want to weave them all together so they're holding each other.
Pretty much pinwheel look like.
It does kind of look like a pinwheel, doesn't it, Boo?
Yeah.
Alright, so are all of your long ends on the bottom or on the top? Alright, they're all on the bottom. Sweet. Now, we're going to turn the side that has the long ends facing upward towards you because we're going to basket weave this buddy again. So now,
Basket weaving.
look at this. We have 4 legs right now.
4.
Off of this weave. We're going to have 8 here in a moment. So, what you're going to do is take one of your long legs, bend it over. See? One of your long legs, bend it over. Yep. One of your other long legs, weave them together. So I'm going to
be a bit wide.
Oh, well, that's okay. Weave them together. See how I wefted them? This one's on top of this one. That one's under this one. And so I'm going to take this one. This very last one is kind of important. So you want to hold this one down. So you're going to slide this one underneath like that. And all of a sudden you went from having 4 legs
to 8
to now having 8 legs. You see that? Now I'm just going to push them down, make sure my folds are good. If we've lost you already, go back and replay the beginning. How you doing? Are you doing good?
I don't know.
You got lost?
I got lost.
Alright, let's find out how you got lost. Alright, so what she did... Alright, you almost did it perfect. So,
Alright, almost.
she folded this one
good.
over. She folded this one over first, and she folded this one over second. She needed to bring this one down third because that was going to hold this one in. And then you bring this one through. Alright, so she's going to bring this one through this one here.
So it goes that, this, like this.
Yeah, it's looking good. No. Nope.
Like this.
Oh, here, hold on.
I am confused.
What did you do? Alright,
Okay.
we're starting with 4 feet again.
4 feet.
Back to 4 feet.
Alright.
Alright, the long end. So, okay, long ends are all on this side. That's how we designed it. Whoops!
Whoopsie daisy.
Alright, so gonna do them one at a time, and we see where our original weave is. So fold this one over.
This.
Try not to pinch it down too hard because you're gonna have a hard time getting it through later on. This one goes over this one. This one goes over this one, and then I'm gonna show the camera. You have a little pocket right here that you can slide this one over this one, and then through that.
Ooh. So the pocket's here. So the pocket's here.
No.
The pocket is
Yeah. And that one's gonna keep this leggy down.
Yeah. So
Look at that.
4 corners in a nutshell.
Perfect. Okay.
Let
You
us continue.
you thought that was the hard part. Now it's another hard part. So
Oh boy, this will be confusing.
I want you to look for the slits. So where your leggies are. See, I'm gonna call these the legs. You see your leggies?
Leg.
So this one has a slit on the top where I can slide into. This one doesn't. So do you see that, Adia? So this one has a slit in it, and this one doesn't.
This one doesn't, yeah.
Alright, so that's going to be depending on what side you do. Now, what you need to do is bend your leg away from and to the side of. So kind of like that.
Like this, pretty much. Like
Hold
this.
on. Almost, but you want it to be straight.
That, okay.
You see what I mean? So it's going to look like this. The reason why we're bending it away is we're actually going to bend this around and put it into the slit. If you bend it back the wrong way, then you're putting it into a dead end. It's not gonna work. So we're gonna make like a little point, and I'll show the camera people here in just a moment.
Okay.
There we go. We made a little point. So again, we started with the leg. We bent it backwards away from the slit. We're taking the rest of the leg, bending it forward so it looks like a point. Then we're gonna fold. Are you ready? How you doing? Oh, let me get you caught up. No. We're gonna do one of these at a time completely. So like that.
So I'm just gonna fix this.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna fold it like that. So our point. You're at this point, right? Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this part. So here's where she's at. She's at the same part I am. We're gonna take that and we're gonna fold it like that.
Like that.
Okay. And now what we're gonna do? We're gonna take our little point. Remember our little slit?
Yeah.
We're gonna slide our leg while holding the point. So I like to fold my point backwards so that it's out of the way, and I push it into the slit like this. I'll get you caught up. Don't worry.
Which slit?
Watch it. Here comes my point. Ready? Boop. Boop. All right.
Off goes the weasel.
Let's get you going. What'd you do? Oh, you bent it back on the table. Just hold it back. You don't have to bend it back completely. You see where that little slit is? That little pocket?
Oh yeah.
So here's her little point. You see her little point? Here's her little slit where the pocket is. Just slide it right on in there like that. And you just push it through, and then you pull it gently so that you don't rip your paper. Pull it gently. Keep going. And there goes her little point. It stood right up. See? All right, now. So this is where it can get a little bit difficult because you're going to have your leg kind of in the way. So what I like to do is I like to look for the slit that's next to the point that I just made without being covered up. So I'm going to have another slit down here, but it's being covered up. So I'll do that one last. So my next one's going to be this one. Here's my slit. I fold it away from my slit. So here's your next slit. Do you see your next slit?
Slit.
But that one's being covered up by the one you just made.
Yeah.
So do the one that you can see next. So the one that you can see next is right here.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So again, this is what our problem was just now. So we had our leg coming out here. Our next slit is over here where we can see it. This is another one that we'll be doing, but we'll save that one for last because I want you to see what you're doing to get used to it at first. So again, we fold it away from the slit.
This.
And then we fold it down so that you make your little point like that.
I like the gradient stars.
And then it's nice, isn't it? And then you
Yeah.
sandwich it together like that. You can hold it back a little bit. You can hold it back a little bit to find your slit again so that you can see what you're doing. And then you just slide your end on in there. Now, if you make your weave too tight, it's gonna give you a little problems going through. And I usually like to make my stars nice and tight, and I do apologize for the sound of the very noisy spin cycle in the background. Thanks, Aid, because we really needed more sounds to add to that. And then I'm just
I
gonna
don't know
pull
what's
it through.
happening.
Pull it through.
touched.
Pull it through like that. There we go. So now I have 2 points.
I got 2 points too.
Awesome. So I'm gonna turn it, and here's a slit that we can see.
Okay.
We'll do that one next, and you do the same thing. You bend it away, and then you bend it downward to make your point. And you've seen this a couple times now, so I'm hoping that you guys are getting this.
Down.
And sandwich them together.
Over.
Bend it back so you can see your slit again. There's my slit right there. Push it through. And again, if you make it too tight, that's when you're going to have troubles pushing it through. So what you can do is you can make a little angle at the end. It's like a little angle like that, and that'll help you.
It's looking more and more like a pinwheel.
That'll help you slide it through a little bit, because then you can grab onto that little edge that comes through. Little secret. Tricks of the trade. All right, so now we should be, we have 3 of them, so now we should be at our last corner before
I'm just
we're
kind of
finished
like
with this
gently
side.
pushing it back.
Okay, Adia. So this is going to be our last corner on this side, and then we flip it over and do the other side. So let's do that again. And here's where your slit is. It's behind this leg here. You see? So we saved that one for last so that you can see all the other points where you push it into. Try not to get that last little leg involved there. My finger's dirty. There we go. Sandwich it. And then here's your last leg of that side. Keep it out of the way if you need to. And again, if you made your weave too tight, you just put a little corner on there. It slides through a little bit easier. So I'm going to try to do this so that you guys can see it. The last one on this side. You look for your slit and you slide it in there, and there's our little corner. So we can grab onto that and pull it gently through so that we don't rip our paper. There you go, see? So we're halfway done with just making the points of the stars. So that's the outside points.
Ready.
Alright, so now we've done this side. And the way that you can see that you've done this side, Adia, is because now the legs are sticking out of the middle instead of out of the outside. See how the legs are sticking out of the outside?
Oh yeah.
Where here they're sticking out of the middle?
Yeah.
So now, you start with the opposite side where you can see your slits. You want to do the parts that don't already have a point because that's what we're doing. We're making the points. Sandwich it together.
I wonder if this is going to look really cool.
I'm sure it's going to look super cool, Boom. Try not to get both legs in because now you're going to have 2 legs in one spot again. So try not to grab both legs. You only just want to grab one leg.
Yeah, just one, guys. Just one.
Only on
We're
this
not making a Squidward 2.0.
honey buns.
Sorry.
Yeah, you'll lose the one side if you do that. And we need that to make our inside pointies. And we're just doing a repeat on this side of what we did on the last side.
Pretty much.
How you doing, kiddo?
Doing pretty good, I think.
All right, so this one I made it a little too tight. It's not going through. So again, you can just make a little crease, a little point at the end. Just fold the little edge, and that should slide you right through. Look at that. So now I can grab onto that. Kind of relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're yawning already. I already know this is going to be kind of tight because I always make my weaves pretty tight, so I'm just going to put a little book on the end of each one. Help you feed it through a little bit.
like edit some parts out. Like the parts where I don't think I'm saying the right stuff.
Oh my goodness, Zane. Relax. You're doing just fine.
I know, but sometimes things come out of my mouth that I don't mean.
That's okay. That happens to everybody.
Yeah.
That's how I make people mad. Sometimes things come out of my butt that make people mad too. Alright. So I am done with my pointies. It looks like 80 is finishing up. So you want to make sure.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you have all of your pointies and that you haven't forgotten any. You want 2 on each side of your weave. So I'm pretty sure that I got them all. So, and you want to make sure that all of your legs are now coming out of the middle instead of the outside. So just take a quick look. Make sure it looks like this. Let's take a quick peek at Adia's. Looks like this on this side.
So far, so good on my
Looks like
first
this on
try.
this side. Perfect. So we're ready to make the inner part here. These big wingy dingy thingies. So
This will be fun.
the nice thing is that you can actually take just one side of this and put it on a Christmas present so that you have it looking like this. And it does look nice as a bow on a Christmas present like that. So we'll show you in just a moment. So remember how I said last time is the hard part?
You lied.
This time is equally as hard. So you're gonna, it's okay. Shh. So you're gonna see where your little leggies come out. So for me, I'm going to pull it towards where it's coming out. I'm gonna pinch it down so that makes a crease. And then I'm going to slide this under
Like this.
the other leggy. Let's take a quick peek. Yep, pinch it down. And the nice thing is that I already made a crease in this one, so I can just pull it right out. It's going to come out of your little corners that you
After
just
that, you do what?
All right, let me see on yours. All right, so you just made your little corner. Yeah. So you're going to take it. Oh, but you made it in the wrong direction. So, okay, we need to turn it towards the star.
Towards,
Okay. So there we go. So the curve needs to be towards the star.
Towards the star. Got it.
Then we slide it behind the leg.
And it should pop up.
And it should just slide right through. If you made your weave too tight, it's going to be a little hard to get it in there. Also, if you made it a little too loose, it might be hard to get it in there. So what you can do, again, is just make a little edge like this. Boop. And then when you feed it behind the leg,
It's a bit easier.
it will be a bit easier and you'll start to see it poke out of the leg on the opposite side. Boy, you made this really loose. I see it. It's trying to come.
Come on.
It's trying to come.
Come on.
It's
Come on.
there it is. Don't pull on it. Okay, there you go. Don't pull it too tight because then you'll rip your star. You don't want to rip your star. So there's our first leg. So again, with the, hey, let's do this smarter, not harder thing. So you have this nice empty space behind the loop you just made. So the next one I'm going to do is right here. So you take it, you pull it towards the star. I'm going to crease it just so that it kind of gives it some support. And then I'm going to put it behind the other booker that I just made. And it's going to come out of where I made my point. Right here. You see this? It has 2 points. It's not really... There we go. See? And then I slide it.
So
You might need to watch this several times. Let's see. Let me see.
or should I do it the other way?
Yeah. So...
Opposite direction. Okay, I got it.
Wait. Let me also make sure for myself too. Yeah, this way, and then let's put just a little helper, little corner on there. Just slide it through right there. There you go.
got it.
Yay, you got it. Show the camera.
Ta-doo.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, last one for me on this side.
Happy, what the heck?
What's he doing?
Something reeks in here.
I don't see haps. Is it the ginger? Oh, it is the happy?
Yes.
Wow. Potent. There you go. So, what you could do with this is snip off all of these loose ends here. And you could take this part. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like. And you can put it on top of a present just as it is without making the other side. Now you're going to need to trim this up when you're finished. So what I like to do is I like to pull it away from my point just a little bit so I don't accidentally cut my point. And you want to get as close to your point as you can without cutting it because it'll fall apart otherwise. Just take those and clip it off. We don't really want to do this now. I'm just showing just in case you want to use it for like a gift topper. I usually like to wait until the very end when I take these pieces off, but I'm just doing it to show you what it would look like. So this side here is what it would look like if you put it on top of a present. Alright, so now we don't want to smush it. So the rest of this I have to do handheld. But we do the same thing on this side. We just flip it over, do the same thing on this side. So we hold it so we don't squish our new little wingy dingy thingies. Slide it through. You see your opening there, right here. So you take this, fold it back. I like to just kind of pinch it to make sure it's nice and tight. And you take your loose end, slide it through right here. Made my weave a little too tight, so again I'm going to put a little booker on this one. Just a little guide. And if it gets hung up on the inside, it might be because of the base of your point. Sometimes it gets hung up on there, depending on how you folded it, and you're gonna get used to it. It just takes some practice. I did this pointing away from myself though, so of course my point doesn't look all that perfect because I was doing it away from me, pointing towards the camera, so it's not as tight as I like it to be. Toy like a toy guy.
If you can't tell by now, we're kind of crazy.
We are all kinds of crazy. And you just do this until you're finished with it. 4 times on each side. For pretty much everything that you're doing. This is a very frustrating thing if you don't learn it and get it. It's okay. It's very typical to need to practice a lot. You will rip paper. You will rip your hair out. You will be angry. But you'll be happy because once you perfect it and learn it and you know it, you make something pretty cool.
Yeah.
How you doing, kid?
Pretty good, I think. I kind of got stuck on the third one, so
That's okay.
I'm doing the crease.
Alright, so again, you pull it slightly away from your point to cut the excess because you don't want to snip the actual bends.
I'm not there yet.
But I am, so
What?
you don't want to cut in the folds here. Pull it away, pinch it so it doesn't come back in on itself.
I think I ran into a dead end.
Oh. Okay. What happened here? You folded it the wrong way. You have to fold it away. Like that.
Small brain.
That's okay. No, I've made those same mistakes when I was learning how to do this at your age. Or maybe I was a little younger. I can't remember. I was pretty young. You can get the paper strips on Amazon. I will put a link in the description. Or you can actually cut bits of normal printing paper. However, I must give you a little disclosure. You have to cut it perfectly straight or it will get stuck on itself and your weave will be too tight in some places where you accidentally make your strip too wide or too easy, too narrow. You know what I mean? Another thing is that normal pieces of printer paper are not going to allow you to make your strips very wide. So you're going to want them to be probably about a 1/2 inch wide. So when you go to cut a strip of paper from a normal piece of white 8 by what is it? 8 by 10, 8 by 11 printing paper, you probably want it to be around a 1/2 inch wide. Otherwise you're going to run out and you're only just going to make your points and you're not going to be able to make your really pretty floofers in the middle. So how we doing, Adia?
I think I got it. I think I got it.
I'm confused on this third one.
Okay, that's okay. That's why you have me to help you.
Yeah.
You're doing just fine. You did it just fine. Right in there. What happened was this piece got wet. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
you did?
What?
I know what you did.
What?
You folded your point backwards.
Yeah.
Don't get upset. What we'll do is, so the part that she's running into is it's not coming out of the point like it should be right here. It's actually trying to come out this side. So she just did her point backwards, that's all. Not a big deal. You just take that part apart and do it properly and then put it back together, guys. Not a big deal. So what she did was, remember how I
Fold
said
it
that?
the complete opposite direction.
So what you need to do is fold it away from.
Away.
Away. It's okay. Would you stop being so frustrated with yourself?
Never.
Okay, well here's something really cool that you don't really see. Oh wait, now I folded it the wrong way because I was following the former folds.
The lines that I made.
Alright, there we go. And that happens. It's super duper easy to screw that up and that is okay. It's just paper and this is practice. You can perfect it when you're giving it as gifts. There you go. Now that should be able to go through fine.
Let's try this again.
Alright, we're gonna turn.
Here. Up, up, and down. Here. I think. Maybe. Nope.
Did it?
I did it.
Good. The other thing you could do, they actually
Stack.
they stack pretty neat.
Stack.
They stack up pretty neat, so you can make it be like a little tower of happiness. So they're fun. They're super fun.
Okay, last one.
Now, after you do this one side, Adia, you're actually gonna have to not let the other side touch the table because you'll squish your pointies that you've just made. So I'm just sneaking this in here. This is what it would look like if you were to put it on a present and only just do it halfway. You can use the legs to wrap around the present, and I actually kind of look like the offset look, to be honest with you. You can put it straight on there if you'd like to. You don't have to do it offset like me. It just kind of gives it like that pinwheel effect like it already has naturally. So, play with paper. Enjoy. If you don't enjoy, don't let it stress you out. It's only paper. You can start over again. I have a couple different colors that I ordered from Amazon. This is like a pearlesque blue. Then I have a strip that is of equal size. I think these are 1 inch of just plain red. And then I ordered one that has stars on it. Super cool. There are some with musical notes on it. You can find some probably with like puppy paws if you look hard enough. But otherwise, we're gonna start decorating with these. I'm gonna put some of them on presents, just the ones that I only did the one side on though, not the both sides. And yeah, so I hope you have fun with it. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll be happy to answer your questions if you have trouble with them. Otherwise, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas and enjoy this craft. We do. I mean, I do. I don't know about Adia yet. I don't think she's ready to enjoy it yet. She's a little frustrated. So,
How do you get the 4th one in?
oh my goodness.
Help.
We're gonna work on this. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
See ya.